I found you something else. You gone white?
No, it's blue.
Yeah, you can make a white. There's a white wrench.
This guy's got jokes. He's got jokes, chat.
You hear this thing because your shields come over
here? Yo, what is going on? How are we doing? What is happening? What is going on, guys? Good morning. Good morning. Sixth. Oh, dude, what is going on? Mother, good morning. That Kurt guy, good morning. It's hot in here. We're kicking it down. Good morning, guys. How are we doing? Lurk Squad, good morning. Crypt Loop Games, how's it going? Please don't shoot yourself. Gavin, Steve, Mama, how we doing? Tactical Stoner, good morning. Happy Friday, dude. I know, Oliver. Happy Friday. It's Friday, big boy. It's Friday. Are we ready for the AI today? Yeah, you know, we're ready for them. They, you know, I don't even know what you're talking about. Like, you act like something happened, and I don't think that anything did, you know? The AI did nothing, all right? They're AI. They have no feelings. They don't know anything. They don't know anything, you guys. So, how... Oh, man. They are dangy. Oh, I hope no one went back and clipped that. Gotta be real careful. They're dangy. Dead. Watching the VOD for the updates is tough when it's not live, because it's like you want to interact and you like look at chat and then you're like distracted. Am I applying? I am a supporter edition holder, so yes, I will be applying. If you've never played like those NDA trials, not from this specifically, but other games that I've been in NDA for, there are certain, especially if you're using something like Antidote, which is a program that allows you to play the game, there are specific things that you have to adhere to as far as like how you run the game. So just take that into consideration. You know, you want to make sure that you're making and meeting the requirements that they set. So it's definitely worth signing up for if you haven't yet, though. Especially if you own the supporter edition, because they did say that they are going with supporter edition holders first. Yo, Fake Red Hood, what's up, dude? I'm doing good, man. How you doing? Catherine, happy Friday. Adrian, what's going on, dude? Yeah, yesterday's stream was awesome. We're going to talk about that this morning, man. I want to dive into it with you guys. Typically, they do usually give us some of the assets beforehand so that we can make content that can come out like right at the same time as the stream. Unfortunately, this one was not the same, but we have a lot of information to go over. We have a lot of information to go over. One thing that I want to do real quick is look at the calendar. because I want to make a couple notes. Couple notes of things. All right, let's get it. You guys ready to talk about it? The optimization work that they've been doing sounds awesome. Yeah, man. We didn't get a whole lot of time to look at this, but I realized that my thing is not on. My bad. My bad. Okay, so looking at, they didn't send us this image, so we're just kind of looking at this picture here. But this is like a visual representation of the servers. And this is when they're talking about like rubber banding and lag, and like everything's in green. So like obviously we only see Chicago, so central, but this is the amount of servers that are active, and I would assume the green lines are as how long they've been on, or I mean there's times here maybe. So then maybe this is a brand new server that just came to be. I'm not entirely sure, but I thought this was really interesting information, you know, especially having them on to talk about things was like super smart, because this is such a popular question or statement rather that we see on stream all the time is optimization. Optimization sucks. They need to do more. Why would they release a game like this? And I think my answer has always been, you know, I think optimization is something that is happening in this game as it's being updated. Like as they go, they're updating it. They're doing their best to update and optimize at the same time so that the game comes out when this update comes out, and we've got, you know, some sort of optimization happening, which is good. I think that's the way that you shouldn't wait till the end of the game. But I also think that's kind of an old theory of game development, that you don't, like, you make the game and then you optimize it. I think you optimize along the way, and I think they basically proved that with what they're talking about. I also did like this whole page. So this is different CPUs and GPUs that they're using and testing in different areas, and their goal is to get 60 frames at 1440, and really trying to dial this in all the way down to, these are the AMD cards, and I think this was the, these are still AMD and AMD on Intel. So they only show the AMD cards, I think, here on Intel chips. I'm sure that they've got more, and they've got NVIDIA cards as well. Don't rubber band like they used to, but the frame drops are still there. Yeah, the frame drops are still there, and I think it's gonna be hard to, like, especially like zooming in on a scope, like you're gonna get frame drops no matter what, because of the way that they're doing like the picture in picture, right? Curious, is Bennett using an extension? I sure do, right here. It's nice and long, so I can get up. So when I get killed by AI on the 8th time, I just get up and walk away, and that's how it happens. I think I have a, maybe I'll make sure it's in the Amazon cart thing. But I do use a I think if you just type in headphone extender, you should be able to find it. It's not female to female. It's got a male end and a female end. It's just an extender. Yeah, and then so first things here. I guess we'll start with this picture. So like first and foremost, obviously the armbands I think are great, dude. I wonder if there'll be some customization to this. They sell different ones that you'll be able to customize. I don't know. But I think that is a huge deal. I think that's really important for what's going to come. You know what I mean? You managed to get a question to Merrick, so that was cool. What question was it? Now, something that I don't think that they talked about, and I am speculating here, but my eyes have never seen this before. This is a new location. This picture. We don't have architecture like this at all in the game, to my knowledge, right? Where the stairs are here. And it's like a circular building. I don't know where this sign is, right? Like, it kind of looks like some sort of restaurant. Food on the wall. Umbrella outside. You're right, totally new place. Exactly. Like, so this is a new location, and they just kind of like dropped it on us, right? Which is very cool. Which is very cool. I will say yellow, I wonder how noticeable the yellow is, because I mean, the first time I saw this picture, I had to look to see if like it I don't know. I guess they would be right here, right? Like on this, they would be right around there. Maybe in Tiger Bay? Yeah, it could be Tiger Bay. I mean, it definitely looks like a restaurant. No smoking and a coffee machine. This, though, on the other hand, is not. This is military something or another. And then obviously a menu here, right? But this is cool. I mean, it's got an upstairs, so that will be neat. Be interesting to see. Could be, yeah, could be over by the Midnight Sapphire Hotel. Yep. Yeah, I'm not sure, but it looks cool. This is a really cool shot, so very excited about that. The other thing too that I was very excited about is this shooting out lights. Where's the volume? So, they're gonna talk here.
Of a disclaimer here, or I don't know if you guys
want. But this is huge. Like this is really awesome, man. I've been very adamant about them adding this, and when we first asked, it seemed like it was a way down the road type of thing. So the fact that it's here and from a distance even that you can do this is pretty awesome, man. Now, obviously, they did say that not all of the lights are going to be able to be shot out. There will be some that are just there, but this is going to be a great addition to the game, man. I even like the damage, the state that it goes into, you know. So the reason I'm playing this is they gave a whole lot more than what I received here. So I only got this GIF, which is only like 3 or 4 shots to the lights, not the whole spiel. Yeah, it's like 2, 3. The other thing too, and we've talked about this, is the managing tasks while deployed. I think is a huge deal. They said that you can now accept and deliver tasks while in the field. The newly added combat outposts can be used for respawning and restocking as well. I think that's huge, man. This is a big problem I have with like Destiny is like, okay, I just did this mission for you, and then I gotta fly over to this one place and listen to some video or turn something in, and then like I gotta go to a different place to listen to a video, and then I gotta fly over there to do another thing, and then I gotta go back to that one guy to grab something, and then I gotta go do a mission, and then I gotta do all of that over again. It was just like so exhausting. It's like let me turn it in and keep going, right? Like that's huge. The elimination tasks, as long as you're in with a 100-meter radius, it sounds like. The boss, kill the boss, if you're near it, it will count. Right? Streetlight nostalgia. So, Snizzle me, I have a theory. I have a theory about what you're talking about of when we could see this. So they keep talking. They keep talking Q2, and they've changed their verbiage to Q2 versus end of spring, which makes me feel like we're looking at a June release and not a May release, because end of spring, the last day of spring is the last day of May, if I have them right, the 31st. So that, the change in what they said is very important, right? Well, it depends, because I've seen the 21st of June and I've seen the 21st or 31st of May. Cyberhex coming in with that Prime sub, dude. Welcome to the Crabcore, dude. How are you doing? I appreciate the support, dude. So it says in the Northern Hemisphere, March 20th through Friday, June 20th is spring. But then Google also says in the Northern Hemisphere, the official end of spring, according to meteorological calendar, is May 31st. June 20th to 20th of June is the first day of summer. Okay. I assume the worst case scenario to avoid any disappointment. So I keep telling myself, June. Here's the thing. It's the words are important. So they moved to saying instead of end of spring or later this spring, which is what they typically say, later this spring, they have moved to Q2. I think that is a very important like change in communication, right? So Q2 is April 1st to June 30th. So that is in the window. That's the window now. Like I would expect that we're getting a Damn It Bennett birthday stream of Gray Zone Warfare 0.3 on June 29th. You know, but that is just kind of where it's at, right? But keep in mind, you'll hear them now say Q2, and you won't hear them say end of spring anymore, or later this spring. I think we're looking at June. I'm feeling confident that that's what we're looking at. For the kill mission, they said 100 meter radius around the engaged player. Even getting credit for it without having it active is cool. Yeah, that is also very interesting. So this comes into play where you're talking about, hey, I've got the mission, but I'm out with my buddies and I'm a couple missions ahead of them. If they're with me and I kill them, they'll get credit for it later on because they were there for the op, right? Which I think is awesome. I think that's really cool. What else do we have? It sounds like the starter town is really going to be just the tutorial now, right? Like that's what that's moved to, is just, they said the record is an hour and like 10 minutes or something like that to complete the starter town task. I'm sure that we will all try to get the fastest time in the starter town. Which will be pretty awesome. New containers they talked about. This is actually a huge deal to me. I love the fact that there's containers. It sounded like they said that there's new ways to get them, that you can buy them, and then they were like, and other ways, which makes me feel like you can find these in the wild, which is awesome. But it's going to be challenging if you don't have a giant backpack, right? Especially early on, if you find a case and you can't fit it in your backpack, you're in trouble, right? Like, what do? You like go hide it somewhere, go back to the base and get a bigger backpack and come back out, I guess, and hope it's still there. Yeah, you're definitely going to need like, this seems to be like end game content because you may not be able to carry most of them in a backpack, and if you put it in there, I'm sure you're going to be over capacity. Maybe not the grenade case, but like this MR crate, definitely. This parts crate, probably. I would assume you'd be way over capacity on them, and they probably are going to have things in them when you find them. But being able to buy them too, I think, is a smart move. I think having those types of things is really important. One thing that I did want to touch on too, I forgot about this because I had a theory in my head, was that when we're talking about June, he said something about dates. So Jacob said, or I feel bad. I always say his name wrong. Jacob said that the very next stream was going to be 2 weeks from yesterday. So that would put it at April 10th would be the next stream. And then they said that there was going to be another one in 6 weeks, which would put that at May 8th. Where they're going to be talking about guns and gear. So we also know that there's at least 2 more streams beforehand. And if we go back to the Gray Zone dev stream schedule of the past, where is it? Question is, did they? I don't think we'll have to go and find some dates. We'll have to scour the socials. But basically what I want to find out is how many dev streams led up to 0.2. You know? Yeah, it's definitely where, I mean, we're going to talk about it all here right now. That's what we're doing. We're talking about all the things right now. But definitely go, it's worth going and watching the devs talk about it themselves, as that's going to be give you all of the best info. But something that I will do later is look through all of their Twitter to find the dates and how many streams were prior to the 0.2 launch. Because I think that's a good roadmap for us to consider when we start talking about launches. Obviously, we also know that the test server, the NDA test server, went live at a specific time, and that was X amount of days before the release went live. So we can also kind of use that. Once that goes live, we're gonna have a better idea of like the avenue. Now, this is all contingent on everything going well and nothing breaking, you know, on those tests. But I think it's a good kind of you know, template to use to try to figure out when we're actually getting this update. Do I still play COD? Not really. Maybe we'll play some Verdansk when it comes out. I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see how it goes. But it's been ages since I played COD, yeah. So with that being said, cases in the wild and through vendors, I think is awesome. We already talked about the friend or foes. So obviously your teammates are now going to have armbands that you can only see. And when you look at the enemy player, they will not have an armband. So you will know immediately that is them. Something that they didn't talk a whole lot about is, I've got to find it. Can you guys hear this?
Friendly unit in your sights. Redirect. Blue on blue. Watch your targets. Check your fire. You're hitting friendlies. Hold your fire.
That's so weird. It's not playing on my screen, but it is playing on stream.
Friendly unit. Friendly.
That's so weird.
Friendly unit in your sights. Redirect. Blue on blue. Watch your targets. Check your fire.
You guys hear the guy talking, right? The voice prompts. Yep. So that I think is a very awesome addition. It will be interesting to see how active that voice is. Yeah, the ricochet to the face is pretty hilarious too. But this is the first time that we hear this guy talking. And they had mentioned this before, that the radio guy would talk to you if you are aiming at a friendly. So there's two things that are going to help you identify other players that are on your friendly players that are on your side. Not only the armbands, but also this guy talking to you. Yo, Danger Dan Man coming in. Danger Man Dan coming in with the 8 months of subs, dude. Thank you so much for the 8 months of subs, man. Trick shots confirmed. I know, dude. Right? The ricochet is great, dude. The ricochet is like icing on the cake there, right? We also have the smooth scaling here, and this is fantastic. Ah. Why didn't it loop? I'm real excited about this, man. This is really good, dude. There's been so many moments where I've tried, like all of a sudden someone runs up and you just like are like spinning the mouse wheel back as fast as you can to try to get back to a decent optics setting to try to shoot them, and you're dead. Yo, Pulpin, what's up, dude? Yeah, the ricochet is what kills the guy in that video, which is pretty funny. Also, something here that I've noticed, and I kind of want to take a gander at it and then pull this back up, but on this Midnight Sapphire zoom, I don't know if it's just because of the weather, but wind looks very different. Grass looks very different in the wind than it does right now. Like, look at it moving. It's windy. Right here. Look how long that grass is. I don't think the grass, I don't think that grass renders at that distance on the scope currently. I think that's an upgrade. I would love to check that out today. Maybe we go back to Midnight Sapphire to take a look at that. That is another good question. I wonder if wind will have any effect on bullet trajectory. I would think in a game like this where trajectory is very important, where they've mapped it out and it can ricochet off of a million things, I feel like wind may be something that they need to consider. You noticed the wind change last night? Yeah, it is different. It looks different. I don't remember this shot specifically right here. I don't remember there being that much grass there. Maybe there is. Winds of war, a lot of implications possible. Yeah, exactly. You run dual laser and camp the gun when they run up. I mean, that is a good option. I usually camp my gun in panic just because I'm like, God, I fat finger the mouse button. DW, you submitted your application. Let's go, dude. I did mine last night too. Yeah, shouldn't have a damn bug in your head. Yo, Lugnut's coming in with the 27 months. Oh my God. Thank you for the 27 months and the 25 in a row.
Fuck yeah, it's Friday.
Fuck yeah, it is Friday. Yes, dude, I have the clip. We're gonna listen to that one too, dude. Last night the game decided to crash on you a couple times. Ooh, that's never good. Were you running anything in the background? Yeah, I just don't remember all of this grass here. Or it rendering in the scope. So he's on the waterfall there, right? Like, yep, he's in our little spot that we like. So we'll go there. Also, you don't hear the waterfall. Another big win, because that he is on, if you look, he is up. The waterfall is literally right here, dude. And you're not hearing just massive amounts of waterfall. Because that's what we'll go there later and we'll pull this clip. We'll leave this clip right here actually. Oh my God, that Kurt guy. Gifting a subscription. Just Catherine getting that gift sub from that Kurt guy, dude. Holy cow. And now we're in a hype train. Thank you for the gift sub, Kurt. Get that hype train going, dude. I am a pretty big fan of sorting here. Oh, it's Twisted coming in with the 5 community gifts, dude. Holy cow, dude. Guys, if you got a gift sub from iTwisted, man, please make sure to say thank you. Twisted, dude, thank you for the gift subs, man. Holy cow, man. Even Hicker got a gift in that one. Look at that. Look at that, dude. The bullet impacts look different. Am I going crazy? All right, hold on. Let's close this. Let's go back. Yeah, we're just gonna deploy so the music stops. Oh man, Lug's giving out 5 gift subs. Look, Jackie, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. You guys are being so nice this morning. What are you doing? It's Friday. Why are you being so nice? Thank you so much for the gifted subs. Guys, if you get a gift sub in this channel, please make sure to say thank you to the person that gifted it to you, because they just gave you emotes and ad-free viewing for the entire month, which is badass. Thank you for the gifted subs. You guys are crazy. I was like, hey, let's get into the game so the noise isn't there, and now there's a chopper landing. Well, I think I'm gonna quit the game real quick. Okay. Yeah, you said bullet impacts were different. I mean, that guy exploded for sure. I think you're talking about the one on the runway where it looks like he hits the ground. Like it ricochets into the ground. We see it ricochet into the dirt. Here, this is what I think you're talking about. Yep, hold on. So that's an AK. He misses it. He hits the sign. You can see he hits the sign, and then it ricochets off the ground into the fence. But I think you're right. I don't remember that much dust popping up off of the ground. You barely hear the waterfall, dude. Like, you barely, and it's right here. He's using the M700. He is not deafened his headset, because you can still hear. Like, you hear more wind than you do buzzing and flies and obviously the waterfall. Which I love, man. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of that. So we talked about weapon sorting a little bit. So it sounds like, and I guess if we look back to the beginning, we'll pause it. It sounds like if you move these items on the left, they may be movable. Like you can grab them and move them, slide them into different positions. But if we look at basically what it is right now, it's guns first, then magazines. Maybe I'm wrong, because then this is where are bullets? Well, maybe bullets are included in magazines. Maybe it's magazines and bullets. Grenades. Scopes. Health. Maybe this is weapon parts. Health. I don't know what this would make more sense. I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe I'm wrong, but sort items. So yeah, this would be parts. Those would be keys. They made it seem like on the stream that you could put these in order. I understood it as dragging icon into a blank grid to mark a stash location. Oh, okay. I thought you just put these in order because it looks like they go in this order, but then the thing that's throwing me off is like this weapon is not selected, this part is not selected, and like also this also looks like part. Is that repair kits? Keys? Like I don't know. But this will be very helpful, you know. But see, yeah, this doesn't make sense in my thinking, is that because health would be here, health would be before bags or anything, but also then there's health here. What is this? What is that? I don't know. Well, I'll see if I can get some more clarification on what they meant by sorting, because this doesn't really give us a whole lot of details on what it is. Yo, Jarhead coming in with the raid, man. Thanks so much for the raid, Jarhead. What's up, dude? How was the stream, man? We also got the this video on the AI and kind of how they'll be responsive to what they're doing. I do like that they'll have those other animations outside of just getting shot and then shooting back, you know? There is not a sort button now, and it's pack. What we have now is pack. So it just packs all your gear together. But I think this is good. I think this is a good addition to the AI and will help us out. Oh, good call, Kurt. I just realized. All right, hold on real quick. Okay. All right, sorry, I wanted to download a couple more things to this. Okay. So they did send me just now the updated Breaking Lights one. So we do have the whole video now. Which is awesome. This is going to be huge. This is going to add so much to the stealth aspect of going into a night town. And being able to take out any lights. I wonder if the lanterns are shootable. They don't shoot them here, and they've had several opportunities to shoot the lanterns, and they didn't. Yeah, the silent pistol. This would be a great pistol. You know. Did they shoot a lantern? Well, we'll keep watching here. I'm like looking at chat, so I may have missed it. They did shoot a lantern with a pistol. Okay, we're watching. Is that the one you're talking about? I guess that is also, I was talking about these lanterns here. These guys. It is a lantern. You are true. You are true. I was talking about these guys here. Yeah, they do look ambient. Yeah. That's not a new gun, is it? No. No, you can make that now. Correct. That looked like a new part, but it's not. Yeah, these look good, man. Now I'm getting picky. I know, right? Do I read my TikTok chat? Is it not coming up? It may not be coming up. I do, but sometimes this chat decides to log me out of TikTok. It says it's in there, so it's not. When is this update? We don't know. We do not know yet. They have changed from saying end or later this spring to Q2. So I think that's a significant change in communication that you have to pay attention to. So I would put this before I was saying May, but I'm thinking we're in June now. Yeah, I see TikTok. I'm sorry that I didn't respond to your comment. My bad. This is Patrick. Yeah, he just did. He definitely said like that layup, dude. Oh. Is this different? It's the same. All right. Saving the best for last. We did talk about, or we didn't talk about the vendor system. We briefly, I know you guys said, man, tier 1's gonna suck. So 4 tiers now for the vendors in this coming update. And apparently like tier 1's gonna really suck. There's not gonna be a whole lot there. So we'll have to wait and see. But with the full-fledged weapon system or repair system that will be in game, that will be huge. Hey, come here. So we will now have these weapon repair kits that will instantly repair your weapons. And that's really important to know, because if you pay for the repair like it is now, apparently it will just lock your gun because it will take time. It will take time to repair them. If you have these repair kits, you will be able to repair them. There's different efficiencies with the repair kit, and they will be instantly repaired. Also, this is the first time we hear thunder. You applied to be part of the test? Let's go, dude. You're asking too much for safety scissors. The gunsmith toolbox does seem to be the most efficient, with it being 90% efficiency. Something that is important to see here, this is the first time that we've seen any mention of the tracking tags, right? So that is, you add that individually. Obviously, we must not have one in the game yet because we do not have the ability to add it here. Maybe we have to buy it. Yo, King Rigid, what's up, dude? Dude, I'm so hyped for this update, man. Thunder is better than mosquitoes. Yeah, I mean, obviously they said they've balanced the sound and they've lowered a lot of those frog and mosquito noises, which I think is a huge deal. But also going back to that clip at the waterfall is not blaring loud. It's not, you can't even hear it, honestly. They have not announced when the update is out, but they did change their verbiage to Q2 versus later this spring. So I think that is an indicator that we may see this in June and not May. I was hoping for May. I was really hoping for May. And again, this is the first time we hear thunder. So they have already said that they will not, you cannot remove a tracker until you are back at base. So what we're talking about is the add tracking tag feature here that's going to be new in this update, which is basically adding an air tag to your gun, your backpack, your rig or whatever. If you lose these in PvP, you will be able to track them until they get back to their base, and then they have to take it off. Once they get back to the base, it's gone. Your weapon, will no longer get them back. But if they're still out in the wild, you will absolutely be able to track them and know where they are if they're carrying your weapon. They have said that you would not be able to just remove it from the gun. What you do have to be concerned about, though, is walking into a trap, because if it was me, I would take this gun and I would go and I would hide it somewhere in a room that you would go into, and then I would wait. And I would make sure that we were just hanging out waiting. And then when you show up to get your gun, kablam, take your other gun. I know, bud. So late June, early May window. Yeah. Yep, dropping tracked guns is bait. Yeah, 100%, dude. It will absolutely be used in that way. I would honestly be, if someone killed me and I don't see their thing moving, I'm like, okay, this is I'm walking into a trap. Yeah, I think if you go back, you got to go back with some forces. You know what I mean? The thing that you're going to have to be careful of is for being the person that's setting the trap, though. What is up, big boy? What? What are you doing? I think the thing that you got to be careful with setting the trap is, though, if you are too close to the trap and they just call in a mortar strike on you, you may also be dead. So I just disabled the people's guns to be a douche.
What the dog doing?
I also do that. If I can't take it with me, I'm definitely taking a piece of it off, and you can't use it. Yeah, that would be good. All right, so what else do we have here? Sorting, repair, braking, AI, weapon damage. I think that's it, man. I think that's it, dude. I'm very excited again. This is the first glimpse of a new location that we have seen. This place does not exist to my knowledge in game currently. So this is the first time that they have shared anything about this area. It looks to be like a restaurant. It does have architecture that we have yet to see in game, as far as these stairs being on this kind of open layout here, and the stairs on the wall that go up and to the right. We also have this tech cases here. It looks like a server of some sort. So this could be a mission. Not really sure. But this is pretty cool. Obviously, if you are just joining, you will now have all friendly enemies or friendly players will have yellow, I guess, armbands. I don't know if that color is changeable. But they will have armbands and foes will not. So it's a great indicator that you will be able to shoot them immediately. The other thing that we've getting the first glimpse of and hearing
Friendly unit in your sight.
is
Redirect.
us actually hearing the radio operator yell at us if we are aiming and or shooting at a friendly enemy.
Watch your targets. Check your fire. You're hitting friendlies. Hold your fire.
Hopefully they add more frames in Tiger Bay. You should, if you haven't watched Milspec, if you haven't watched the first part of the dev stream, they talk about optimization a whole lot, and kind of their process. I think it's actually worth watching. To get a better understanding of how it works with the studio and how they are doing things. I think, for me, it's always been, it makes sense that they do things this way. It's definitely worth a watch. Definitely worth a watch. All right, enough of us yapping. Enough of us yapping, man. We are gonna go play the video game. And see if we make it to Midnight Sapphire. Smooth scoping one for you? Yeah, dude. Smooth scoping looks so good. Oh, my bad, dude. I didn't realize you were joking around. That's my fault. Yeah, no. So one of the things that they talked about was how optimization works, that a lot of people think that, and I can attest to this, a lot of people do this because they comment about this, is that, optimization is something that's done at the end of the game. They shouldn't release the game now because they haven't had a chance to optimize it yet, because that is some process in the development cycle that happens at the very end of the game before it goes live, which is not the case. Obviously, they optimize along the way, so they are optimizing currently. There's just only so much that they can do, but they go through that and they talk about it in depth about what they do and what the things that they're doing to try to optimize the game. They understand that, hey, adding this incredible looking weather is going to make the game challenging on some machines and older hardware, but they are doing their best to try to optimize it to the best of the ability. But honestly, now is the time to upgrade your system if you can, man. Now would be the time to do that. So all right, so we never finished our mission. As much as I don't want to sell this 308, we are going to have to sell it. Keep that. Oh my gosh, we got a Norman, you guys. Norman in the house. Oh, there's my baby. Oh my god. Oh, hi. Good morning. How are we? Oh, how are we doing? Oh my gosh. All the dogs. All the dogs. How are we doing? What's happening? Oh, big yawn. Yeah, get that ASMR. What's happening, buddy?
That dog?
No.
Can I pet that dog?
No,
Can
he's
I
sleeping.
pet that dog?
Oh, I love that clip. I love it. Oh, we're gonna talk on the mic. Oh, Ollie's getting in here.
What the
Oh.
dog doing?
Oh my gosh, they're having a party. Okay, all right, we're gonna get down. Oh. Okay, you guys have fun.
I've fallen and I can't get up.
All right, we've got more ammo for here. Here. Oh man, it seems so unfair that we've got to sell all this stuff, but here we are. Hey. Hey, I need the headphones. Ollie, come on. Out. Out. Thank you. 2 dogs under the desk. Never good. All right. Man, I really don't want to sell these. Oh, no. But it makes up for all that dying yesterday, dude. All right. We got stuff. Oh, I forgot the nades, too. I wish we could bring nades. That would be nice. What CPU do I have? I've got a Ryzen 9. 5900, I want to say. I would like to see the baby. Hightower coming in with the 10 months of subs, dude. What's up, Hightower, man? Thank you so much for the 10 months of subs. 0 to hero today. Yes, we are continuing our hardcore playthrough. We are 140 tasks, 141 tasks completed. And we are going back to Midnight Sapphire. Do we have any other tasks? No.
Raven dispatched. Moving to base camp.
All right, I want to go here because I want to get to that spot in the video to see if
Raven reporting.
they have 100% muted, not muted, but well, I mean, I don't know, muted maybe because it just, you can't really hear it. Can't really hear it, man. Probably missed the debrief, didn't you? Yes, you did. Unfortunately, we did the first hour of stream was all about the debrief.
Raven here. Ready to head out. Strap in. We're heading out.
Yeah, no, I mean, dude, the stream was awesome, man. I love those devs, dude. I think they all did a great job and continue to talk. I did think one of the funniest parts was him saying basically, and then he guy's like, fuck, my wife told me that I said basically every time that I started talking, and I thought it was hilarious. But I also understand like how much of a challenge, because obviously I feel like English may be a second language potentially for a lot of these devs. You know, they live in a different country, and So it's always fun to hear them and react to trying to say those things. So it was a good laugh for me for sure. But I really enjoyed the stream a lot, man. It was funny and I'm very excited. I think the other big takeaways from our briefing this morning is that they have changed their communication from later this spring to Q2, which I think is significant. I want to dive a little bit deeper. I'm gonna kind of go through in the past what led up to 0.2's release and kind of figure out what the potential plan and map could be for us moving forward here with 0.3's release path. Oh yeah, that's the one thing we didn't talk about. There will be guts, right? They did talk about dismemberment as well, and that's something that they're not going to do because it's going to take way too long, and which is fine. I would love to see more blood, and blood, if you're bleeding, that the blood drips to the ground. I know obviously Tarkov does this, but I think it's very smart, especially for tracking enemies. If they're bleeding out, that blood should stay on the ground, and there should be more of it. I would like blood to last longer in the game. I would like to see more of it, you know, those types of things. Yo, Trash Panda, what's up, dude? I would love to be able to skirt rocks as well. That'd be nice. Oh boy. We're just gonna keep pushing and hope to get to the spot. We're not gonna have a lot of time, but I don't want to face this guy with no armor and a pistol. Did they land? Was that a flyaway? Bitch, I said close. Damn it. Oh, it gave it back to me, dude. No way. And it gave me a magazine. Norman. Oh. Go. Shoot at me, bro. I also realized we went the wrong way, but I think we will, after we get the club, go over to the waterfall. Didn't like that. Didn't like that one bit. Wipes give you something to do. Yeah, I mean, I think that you guys got to remember, as they're adding to the game, they're gonna continue to wipe it because they want you to play. They want you to play through that. They want you to play through that experience, knowing it. Once it hits the 1.0, though, I don't think we're getting wipes anymore. But that is just inherently part of the game that you're going to experience, especially early access. Oh, shooting at me. Yeah. This is not the toy. There's clearly a guy in the parking lot over there. He came up the stairs to my right, dude. I didn't hear him. Well, starting this off not how I wanted to.
Roger. Raven is in the air and heading to base camp.
Not how I wanted to.
This is Raven arriving shortly near your position. ETA 30 seconds.
I blame my dogs. They threw me off. Is this game worth buying right now? I think so, man. I think it's just,
Baloney.
this is a good place to buy it, dude. A, it's probably gonna get more expensive, so get in now.
Raven, wheels down and ready to move. Get ready. We're moving out.
Hey, Sin, you know, we don't need to be like that, dude. We can have different opinions. We don't need to drive it home, dude.
Get ready. 1 minute.
To me, the greens on your stream seem a bit faded. Have you ever used a green screen to project a background? I have in the past. The reason they look a little faded is because I have brightened them. I have brightened. So I tried to match the stream on my monitor with things. And the reason that I do this is because my monitor is brighter than what is shown in OBS. So specifically, I do this and I brighten the stream on stream. So that's with it off. This is what it looks like with it off, and this is what it looks like with it on. The reason I do this though is because at night I don't use night vision. And if I don't, the stream looks very, very dark. And it is not a good viewing experience. So I add this color correction to the game. And it does bleed out and drown out a little bit of the greens. But at night, you can see an equal representation of what I see on my monitor. If that makes sense. And guys, I don't mind healthy conversation. Just, you know, you guys talking about different opinions for games, but I'm not going to accept being rude to people, man. That's just not cool. So we're not going to do that. So they have talked about the nights being much darker come 0.3 because of cloud cover. Like right now, there's not much. It's not much happening in the aspect of clouds in the game. It's always blue skies and sunny for the most part. But with weather will come complete overcast and clouds, which means that you may not see the moon. And they have all joked because they laughed about it. Like, oh, it's going to be pitch black. You will need night vision and or a flashlight on the whole time. They said that the full lunar cycle, they hope that they can bring to the game similar as how they brought repair in 0.2, is that we really want to try to get it in. It's not there yet, but hopefully we can deliver it mid 0.3.3, you know? That's similar how the repair function came, is it wasn't ready at launch of 0.2, but then eventually made it in. Where's this bastard at? Oh, I'm out of ammo. Fuck. forgot we're gonna use our speedy juice to get there. We didn't even need it. Renicator coming in with the tier 1 sub, dude. Sorry I missed that. I was in the zone for 4 months, bro. I appreciate the resub, man. Appreciate that resub, dude. We need to get some armor, otherwise we're gonna die again. Oh man, I have ammo for this gun. What am I doing? Why is the guy down there shooting me from the ground? Where was this guy? I thought there was a guy in this parking lot here. Excuse me. I have some armor now. Maybe all these guys flanked up to the front.
I like your beard.
I think we got him. There we go. That's what we were waiting for. Oh shit, I didn't even see the guy straight ahead. Oh my god. How did I miss that guy? We out of ammo for this? We are. Aren't we? Now we're out of ammo. Club. Where'd that one go? It was empty. Well, I'll take the nades. Is there ammo over here? Oh yeah, I was not paying attention to that guy, that's for sure, dude. The guy just wiped the sweat from his brow and then he got a bullet through the face, dude. Imagine that. Oh, he's in the ground. Oh crap. We forgot to empty our wallet, dude. Rip us. Delta on Delta. All right, let's see if we get lucky. Is it this shelf? We did not get lucky. Sometimes the golf club can spawn on like that shelf or this shelf. I can't remember which one. Well, that one is gold. That is not the one that we need. Go. I do kind of. We should go get the golf club. But I do kind of want to go get the boss for a chance of that key. He just shot into the ground, dude. Just give me a warning shot. So yeah, the golf club is in the middle, but if sometimes it's rare, it's very rare, but sometimes it doesn't spawn there, and it spawns in that area that we were just at. Yeah, definitely new Minecraft texture pack, bro. That's a player. That's not good. That is behind me.
I like your beard. Okay. Okay, 3-It's gonna have to take a back seat here for a little bit.
Really want to go back to the base to get the or not the base, the Midnight Sapphire to get the boss, but it sounds like somebody already took care of him. So I think we are just gonna go turn in our guy. Because unfortunately we don't have any other missions to do because it's gotta be at nighttime. It is feasible to bring a knife. So we basically go out in every raid. We only bring a pistol and our knife. We don't have any armor. We don't have anything. And we have been able to be successful. Now, obviously, we have a pistol, so that's a little bit different than exactly what you're talking about. But we have been able to be successful doing so. That is definitely a strategy to go loot, is to go with a very little things, or you know, instead of selling everything when you get back, bring back some AKs or whatever and have a stockpile of guns that you just take out that you don't mind losing. Crappier guns that are getting close to being non-repairable, and that you're just gonna throw away, that you could be happy with just leaving and exchanging for a better gun when you get one. That is definitely a strategy. But yeah, there's plenty of people. I mean, I remember playing with people that were level like 1, 3, or 4, and all they were doing was PvP. They weren't doing any missions. They were just tagging along, jumping on a chopper, getting an LZ, jumping on another chopper, getting a different LZ, getting on, you know, getting all these different LZs and walking to places to get better gear. You know, they immediately went to like Midnight Sapphire or probably Fort Nerith to get good stuff so that they could go out and PvP people. Yeah, you can slice them up, and most likely they're gonna bleed out, right? I mean, we go in every mission, every raid. We're 141 missions in. Every single raid we have gone in with just a pistol, and this is, we can build a decent pistol now because we're tier 3 with Gunny. But you know, in the beginning, it wasn't much to write home about. You know what I mean?
Landing, get in, go! Ready up, we're taking off.
Got out of the golf club. Again, sad we gotta sell us 308 and AK-19, but you know, here we are. So Trash, I have also said that directly to Mara in, like, you know, I get invited to these like one-on-one meetings, and sometimes they'll do briefings with myself and other creators. And I have, and other creators have said the same thing. I would like to know what I'm doing in the game. I would like to see my longest shot. I would love to know how many people I took out on that thing. And they're like, well, they don't typically keep track of that. I'm like, yeah, I get that. I get we're going for, you know, realism here, but at the same time, it's a video game, right? Like I want to. Those are things that I want to know. I want to know how many headshots I've gotten on other players, especially now that PvP is going to be a thing. I would like to know more of those stats. I personally think that somewhere deep inside this game, those stats are being tracked. It's just not something that they're presenting, or it's not a priority for them to present at this point. I think at some point we will get those things. I just don't know when that's gonna be. You know what I mean? But I do think at some point we will get some sort of stats of you know, things. The thing that I think is interesting is I'm pretty sure that radio guy is gonna say things when combat starts. So we may be in the base and then be like, you know, PMC down or something, you know, friendly down in Midnight Sapphire, and then we'll go and look at the map and there'll be a circle over here somewhere, you know? It will be interesting to see what they do, obviously. I don't know why I've been keeping these. This is stupid. I'm and the helmet. All right, not a bad run here. Fast. You always gotta be careful about how much rep you actually have, and when you lose stuff, we're fine, and you can always buy it back. But man, I was hoping I was gonna get another one, but we did not. So we're gonna have to wait here. Tiger Boy. I did like that they addressed that naming boxes was something that they are wanting to do, but it's not ready yet. I think that was good good communication from the devs. And that was good communication with the devs. We forgot to go over to the waterfall, though. Damn it, Bennett. I'm pretty sure it's different. I'm pretty sure the grass isn't as grassy there. I do check faction chat a lot as well. Usually when I'm looking for PB, I'll go in there. I'll just ask if anybody's seen anything, but... Oh, you want to see other players' stats. I see, so you can determine if they're cheating or not. Yeah. That makes sense, yeah. No, this is technically this is our third playthrough of 0.2. We did a normal one on our main account, which is our supporter edition account, and then we have one other account, which is this one, which is just a standard edition of the game. We did a full playthrough, zero to hero. Well, not zero to hero, but it was more hardcore. We could use guns and weapons and things, but we couldn't. We could only buy things. We could not get rewards, and we basically started out with anything. This is a zero to hero run, so I can't go out with weapons. I can't buy M4s or DDM4s because I can only go out with a pistol. So this is the zero to hero playthrough that we're doing now, which is very challenging because you can't have any armor. That is probably the hardest part. Is you can't bring armor with you. So I've got like these rigs, but they don't have any you know, armor on them. They're just rigs to hold stuff, which makes it very challenging. That, and then the you know, using the Glock, it's not always the best. Not always the best gun, you know. You just got to really bury a bunch of bullets in the dude's heads at this point. All right, Milspec, have a good rest of your weekend, man. Take it easy, dude. Recoil is a bit much on the Glock, but as long as you're pulling down as you're shooting, like you should be in a good spot.
Approaching the LZ. 1 minute.
We just need one more key ring to carry them all. That would be funny. You can still say if someone is cheating the game. Stats is something unnecessary in the game. What? How can you see if someone's cheating? Other than assuming and speculating that they were.
30 seconds.
In Tarkov, you can click on the player's name and see their stats, and if they have, you know, a ton of raids and a ton of kills but little deaths, like, you know that they're cheating. Like, it's just not the numbers don't lie, dude. You know what I mean? Like, some people are really stupid about how they do things like that, and they don't understand that it's an obvious, glaring, you know, red flag that that these things don't add up, right? This is not how a normal person plays. Perfect example is like Elon Musk, fucking idiot, thinks he is the best Diablo and PoE player out there, but he paid someone to play his games and rank him all the way up. And he knows nothing about the games, and he thinks that it just because his stats are high and he's in a top ranking position means that he's the best of the game. But everyone's like, you're an idiot. You're playing the game wrong. Anyone that's played this game before would know that you don't do those things, and that is a fucking cheater, and that's why we don't like them. These people, they just are fucking stupid and don't understand. Or maybe they don't care, and I think that's also part of it, is that they probably just don't care. But it is glaringly obvious when those people are cheating. Isn't there a guy in here? You just need a gun. Oh shit, there's no loop around.
That's what I'm talking about, dude. Oh crap, we picked up ammo that's not the right ammo. They look very similar. Buddy. Oh, we forgot to eat. We brought food specifically to eat on the plane and we forgot to do it. Yeah, Elon better get his wallet ready, right? I mean, yeah, obviously, yeah, they know where you are. I mean, but that's still a sus. That's a sus. Like, you are saying this guy's cheating, but you have no proof that they are. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm not trying to say that you are wrong. I am agreeing with you. There is plenty of people that do the same thing to me, and I get it. I get it, dude. What I'm saying though is that when you have and you can look at someone's stats and go, yeah, that is not realistic. There's no way, based on the amount of hours they've played and the amount of kills versus the deaths that they have, that this is a realistic player. Like, that this person is legit. So that is a big reason why everybody wants those things in this game. I want them because I want to know how many people I've killed. I want to know what my kill death ratio is. I want to know what my longest snipe is. But I also would love to be able to click on the name of the person that killed me and see that, oh, they already have 3,000 kills and only, 100 deaths. Yeah, that's not realistic, dude. That is not a realistic stat. Nobody at this one? They're all over there, damn it. What's the best thing to do after completing all your tasks? Go back to base, I guess. Oh, you mean like after you've done all the missions, then it's then it's trying to reach level 50, which is going to be really hard this wipe, man, because there's not a whole lot you can do to gain XP other than going to every starter town, finding the locations, the POIs, and getting the XP for that. But even after getting all of that XP, you have to just play the game and kill specifically bosses will give you more XP. As well as players. Yeah, the level 50 grind right now is in my opinion a bragging right only, that you put in the time to do it. Outside of that, it's not worth it in my opinion right now in game, because it takes so long, dude. It just takes so long to get there. I'm on this character, I'm level 36. I'm 40 something on my other character. I think it will be a lot easier next update with the addition of PvP, because there will definitely be more XP involved in the PvP aspect of the game.
I'm here. Move it. Go. Get ready. We're moving out.
Than anything else. takes a good week to move up one level, and that's playing how much a day, you know? Like it's just it's a bragging right at this point. Hey, last wipe I got to level 50. Swing the dick around, you know what I mean? Like next wipe I think it will have a much better path to level 50. And then once they finally add you know, weekly missions and dailies, like that will in turn be the thing that gets you to 50 and beyond. Like that's where I think then there's more to getting to level 100, you know, like if you're playing the game and you're doing the weeklies and dailies, like you'll get to a high tier. We don't have any word on when those things are coming. It would be great if they came sooner than later, because I think that helps with player retention as well. I think PvP is going to bring a lot of people in. I was reading some of the weird comments on the stream the other day for PvE people saying that PvP is not going to bring people. You're stupid. I'm sorry. That is not accurate. Like, I was kind of like upset. Like, what are you talking about? Like, how is that? Like, if this game stays PvE, it is going to die. Bottom line. I have nothing wrong with the PvE aspect of this game. I think it's great. I have no problems with it. But this game will not be able to survive past 1.0 if they don't focus on PvP. That is a very popular part of these types of games. No, it does. It does have PvP. That's what I'm saying. And the focus is shifting to PvP. But this game started as a PvE game. PvP wasn't in it until, I don't want to say that it was Devil Dog that was like, you guys have to put PvP in this game. But initially this game was PvE only. And then they added the PvP aspect to the game. And I'm very glad they did, because while I would like this game and I would play this, I probably wouldn't continue playing it after I've done, you know, and gone through it. I would go back and play something else that had a competitive player versus player aspect to it. My opinion, feel free to disagree with me. I just don't think the longevity of this game is there if they don't have an active player base that is coming and playing the game post 1.0. Yeah, they did address this. It is worth. You can come back and watch the stream when it ends, like from the beginning, because we did spend the first hour just breaking things down about the dev stream yesterday. If not, go watch it for yourself. You can watch the entire dev stream. It's on their Twitch channel, twitch.tv/grayzone warfare. That is where it's at. Every chance they get, they screw the game up for one side or the other. Yeah, I agree that Division did have that challenge, man. They really did. and they, in my opinion, they never found the right balance of it, which is unfortunate. I think this has a better balance between crossing over, that it's always PvP, and you can always go to the PvE side. You can start and play the entire game on the PvE side, and then just jump over to the PvP when you feel ready, right? I love that about this game. I think the Division would have been better if the Dark Zone was like, if the whole game was the Dark Zone, where the whole game was PvP if you wanted to. And they just never found that right balance. I love the Division. I played the hell out of the Division. I will play and stream the Division 3 when it comes out. Like, those are all things that we will do. But obviously, you know, I think this game has a lot of potential and is going to really be awesome when this new update comes out. I'm very excited for it. So I cannot wait. And guys, I promised my wife I was going to go get her and take her to get some coffee. So I am going to end the stream now. It's been awesome hanging out with you. I will be back after the Xur stream today. If you guys don't know, I own wherexur.com with my business partner, and we do a Destiny stream every Friday. It is a lot of fun. We have a good time. Come on over, you know, catch some of the Destiny action, and then we'll be back on Gray Zone after we do that. So I will see you guys this afternoon. Have a great rest of your day. Take it easy.